Good morning. In this lecture, we discuss about a linear subspace. A subspace of a vector space X is a non-empty subset Y of X such that for all y1, y2 belongs to be Y and all scalars alpha and beta, we have alpha times y1 plus beta times y2 belongs to a Y. So we said that the subspace of a vector space is a non-empty subset Y of the vector space X such that we took any arbitrary from a Y and all the scalars alpha and beta, we have alpha times y1 plus beta times y2 belongs to be a that subset. So hence Y itself is a vector space, the two algebraic operations being those induced from a X. So clearly a subset M of a linear space X is a linear subspace if and only if M plus M is a subset of AM and alpha into M is a subset of AM for all alpha belongs to a field. So for example, every linear space X has at least two distinguished subspaces, which is a null set and a M set itself. These are called the improper subspaces of AX, and all the other subspaces of AX are called proper subspaces. So let X is equal to be R square, then the non-trivial linear subspace of AX are straight lines passing through the origin. And say that M is the collection of all the tuples having the first element to be 0 and x2, x3, so on, xn, where I is equal to be 1 to n. So now this is the subspace of a Rn. And if I consider the set as the collection of all those real valued functions which are continuous on the interval minus 1 comma 1 to the R and x of 0 is equal to 0. So it is a subspace of all continuous real valued functions in the interval minus 1 to 1. Similarly, there are some more examples out here. So we'll discuss the proof of some of these examples. So let suppose that V3 is a vector space. Now we have to check it out which of the following is a subspace of a V3. V3 means we have a vector space having a 3 tuples. So we have a W, the collection of all those elements, all those vectors A, comma B, comma C such that A into B is less than 0. The question is this a subspace of the vector space V3? So now here, according to the definition of a subspace, if I consider any two elements or any two vectors from this set W, and if I add up those two elements, those two vectors, again the element whatever it is being formed up, the vector is being formed up, again it lies in this set W. So say that I consider W1 as a 1 comma minus 1 comma 2 such that this property A into B is less than 0 is being satisfied, and consider W2 as a minus 1 comma 3 such that this property is being satisfied. But if I add up these two elements W1 and W2, then I found that this element is 0, this element is 0, and this is the 2 plus 3 which is 5. And now if I multiply with the first two elements, it is equal to be 0, it is not less than 0. So it means that W1 plus W2 does not belongs to be set W. So it is not a subspace. Similarly, if I consider the set W as a collection of all those vectors ABC such that A is greater than equal to B greater than equal to C, the question is this a subspace? So again, if I consider an element 3, 2 and 1 belongs to be the set W and take alpha is equal to be minus 1. If I multiply the alpha into W1, it should be belongs to be W if it is a vector, if it is a subspace. So I consider the alpha is equal to minus 1, I multiply it with that, it becomes the -3, -2 and -1. Now it does not satisfy this condition. It means that alpha into W1 does not belongs to be W. So it is not a subspace. Now if I consider W as the collection of all those vectors ABC such that the B is equal to B A square, now is it a subspace? It is also not a subspace. Because if I consider the W1 as 1, 1, 2 and W2 as a 2, 4, 3, which belongs to be a W, but the W1 plus W2 does not belongs to be W. So it is also not a subspace. Now, the next example, if I consider W as a collection of A, comma B, comma C, which is such that the P is equal to B under root A, is this a subspace? Now, if I consider the W1 as a 1, 1, 2 and W2 as a 4, 2, 3, if I add up these two elements, now we have 4 plus 1 is 5, 2 plus 1 is 3, and 2 plus 3 is 5. So again, the second element, which is a 2 plus 1, which is 3, should be equal to be the square root of a first element, which is not true here in this case. So it does not belongs to be W. Now if I consider the collection A, B, C such that A square plus B square plus C square is less than or equal to B1, is this a subspace? It is also not a subspace if I consider W1 as and W2 as this one. Again, W1 plus W2 does not belongs to be W. The question is this set W is equal to be ABC such that the B is plus 4C is equal to be 0? Is it subspace of a vector space V3? Now, if I consider W1 as a A1, B1 and a minus of a B1 by 4, I consider C here. The C is equal to be minus B by 4. So this is the minus B1 by 4 and W2 is equal to be A2, B2 minus B2 by 4. So here W1 plus W2 is equal to be A1 plus A2, B1 plus B2 and minus of a B1 plus B2 by 4. So it again satisfies of this condition. If I add up these two, means if I add up a B plus 4 times this, it is equal to be 0. And also the alpha times the W1. If I multiply for any arbitrary alpha, this condition is again being satisfied. So it means that here this W is a subspace. If I again consider the set as a comma 2a comma a plus 1, where a belongs to be reals, it is also not a subspace, because if I consider the W1 W2 as these two elements, these two vectors belongs to be set W, but W1 W2 is equal to be 0 comma minus 1 comma 2. So here it does not satisfy of this condition whatever we have. So this is not a subspace. Now let V be vector space of all the polynomials of degree less than or equal to be 6. Which of the following are subspaces of a V? Now I consider the set of V as a subspace, V as vector space of all the polynomials of degree less than or equal to 6. So I consider the first set as a collection of all those polynomials such that the degree of the polynomial is equal to be 4. So f of x is a polynomial, so the degree of f of x is equal to 4. Now, is it a subspace of a V? So I consider the f1 as minus x power 4 plus bx cube plus cx squared plus dx plus e belongs to be set W, having a degree 4. And similarly, I consider the f2 as this one plus x4 and so on belongs to W. But if I add up these two, this x4 minus x4 and plus x4 is being cancelled up, and the polynomial is being formed up, which is of a degree less than or equal to be 4. So it does not belongs to be W. So it is not a subspace. So I consider the W as the collection of all those polynomials such the degree of coefficient of a x square is either 2 or a minus 2. Now is it a subspace of a V? So say that I consider f1 as this one, having the coefficient of x square is 2, and f2 as this one, having a coefficient of x square as a minus 2. But if I add up f1 and f2, I found a polynomial whose coefficient of x square is equal to be 0. So it means it does not belong to W. So it is not a subspace. So say that I have the set W, which is a collection of all those polynomials such that the f of 0 is equal to b1. So is it a subspace of a B? So this is again not a subspace of a B. Take f1 and f2 belongs to be W such that f1 of a 0 is equal to b1 and f2 of a 0 is equal to b1. But here if I add up these two about the point 0, this becomes equal to b2. But according to the condition, we should have f of 0 is equal to b1. So it means that this is not a subspace. Clear? So now we can discuss the next example. Say that we have a collection of all those polynomials such that f of x has a negative coefficients. Now, is it a subspace? Because again, no, it is not a subspace because if I consider the alpha as a -1 and after multiplying up any arbitrary element of w with the -1, the all coefficients become positive. So it does not belongs to be a w. So it is not a subspace. So consider the set W as the collection of all those polynomials whose degree is less than or equal to be 3. Now is it a subspace? So in this case, you can easily prove it out that if I consider any arbitrary two elements f1 and f2 which is belonging to a set W such that the degree of f1 and f2 is less than or equal to be 3, again it's some, if I done up again its degree is less than or equal to be 3. If I multiply any arbitrary with the alpha, it is again having a degree is less than or equal to be 3. It means that it again belongs to be W. So it means that alpha times f1 plus beta times f2 belongs to be a set W for any arbitrary alpha and beta. So it is a subspace of a V. So a linear combination of vectors x1, x2, so on xm of a vector space is an expression of the form alpha 1 x1 plus alpha 2 x2 so on alpha m xm, where the coefficients alpha 1, alpha 2, so on alpha m are any scalar. So this way we can be representing any linear combination of the vectors x1, x2, so on xm of the vector space X. For any non-empty subset M of a vector space X, the set of all linear combination of vectors of AM is called the span of AM. And we can write the span of AM by this one, and the span of M is a collection of all those vectors such that the linear combination of them alpha 1 x1 plus alpha 2 x2 so on alpha m xm, where alpha I belongs to be field and u xi belongs to be M. So obviously this is a subspace of a vector space X, and we say that the Y is spanned or generated by M. Now we will discuss some of the examples related to this. So let V3, which is equal to the collection of all those x1, x2, x3 such that xi belongs to be R, be a vector space, and M is equal to be 1, 0, 0 and 1, 1, 1 be any subset of a V3. Now here we discuss the span of AM. Now span of AM is the having a collection of all those finite linear combinations. So it is equal to be alpha times 1, 0, 0 plus beta times 1, 1, 1, where alpha and beta are scalars. So this becomes equal to be here alpha plus beta comma beta comma beta. So it is a collection of all those elements of these types. This is the span of AM. So let P4 be the set of all polynomials of degree less than or equal to be 4. So consider a set M which is equal to be x cube plus 1 comma x plus x square comma x power 4 be any subset of the set of polynomials of a degree less than or equal to be 4. Now if we consider the span of AM, this is the equal to be linear combination of the elements of this set M, which is equal to be alpha times x cube plus 1 plus beta times x plus x square plus gamma times x power 4, where alpha, beta, gamma are scalars. By rearranging them, we get this is equal to be gamma times x4 plus alpha times x cube plus beta times x square plus beta times x plus alpha, where alpha, beta, gamma are scalars. So this is a span of AM. So here we can say that this M is always a subspace of a vector space, and M is the smallest subspace of a vector space containing M. If M is a subspace of a vector space, then span of AM is equal to be M. So if M is a subspace of vector space, then span of AM is equal to be the set itself. So now we have to be consider whether this element belongs to be span of a given set. So consider that we have any element 1, 3, minus 5, and we have a set M is equal to be collection of 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, minus 1 and 4, 5, minus 2. Now is this vector belongs to a span of AM? So we can check it out easily like a 1, 3, minus 5 is equal to be A times the first plus B times the second and C times the third. So making up the coefficients here, we have A plus B plus 4C is equal to be 1. Similarly, the other elements we get the three equations. Now if we subtract up the first and the second equation, we get this becomes equal to minus A minus C is equal to be minus 2. And now further, if we add up second and the third equation, we get this is equal to be 3A plus 3C is equal to minus 2. So here we found that A plus C is equal to be minus 2, but here we found that A plus C is equal to be minus 2 by 3. So both are contradictory out here. So these are not satisfied. So we can say that this element, this vector 1, 3, minus 5 does not belongs to be this collection. Thank you. So these are some of the references that you can follow up.